This morning we are making the final climb to Killington. We didn't quite get there yesterday. We have 4 more miles. It was about a 12-mile climb at the end of the day. So we gave ourselves a little grace and we camped here. And we are all packed up and ready to roll. Mitch is coming today, so we are, like I said, at 6 a.m. and we'll get ready to go.
How you doing?
Where are we headed?
We are heading up over Killington to Rutland to see Mitch.
Yeah, we can't wait. It's a quick visit.
I'm excited.
Zena's still in her tent. It's the first time in 100 and a lot of days that I've been ready before her. And I am so excited to get going. It's cold. Oh my gosh, I need gloves. I don't have any. And yeah, there's Zena. We're making our way up Killington. We have a couple more miles to get there. We'll show you the cool stuff. Vermont is so rugged and beautiful. Still making our way up Killington. First peak. And over there is our first peak at Killington. Through the trees. Right there. So we have about 200 more feet to get to the top of Killington Peak. It's been a great climb. It's definitely muddy, but nice. So we climbed about 3,000 feet this morning. Oh, I still got my headlamp on. It's almost 8 o'clock. I'm not sure what time my son's coming, but we should be down from Killington Peak. It's total about 12 miles. So easy day. And we'll be back on trail tomorrow. And lots of errands with Mitch. He's got a car. That's the biggest luxury for us out here. So, making our way to Killington, and I can't wait to see it. We've skied it, but never hiked it. It's the final climb up Killington. It's 0.2, very steep. Not on the AT. It's a blue blaze. Oh, Killington. I think that's where hike your own hike comes in. So we're coming down into Rutland, Vermont, and it's sort of near, I believe, the base of Killington. So there's a bus that comes and runs into Rutland every hour. So we're gonna do that because My amazing son is on his way, but we'll have a couple hours before he gets here. At least he's driving a long way. So we're gonna get into town, try to get something done, so we're not doing our camp chores when we're with him. So that's what's up. Oh, we're taking a bus into Rutland, excuse me. We're at Killington taking a bus into Rutland. Bye guys, thank you so much. Drive safe. Bye. So we stayed at Gifford Woods State Park. We camped out there. We saw some friends, made some new friends. And now we're hiking out by Kent Pond. It's beautiful. Terrain is what's to be expected here in Vermont. A lot of mud. I got my shoes from home, which I only had maybe 50 miles on them. So I got those. God, it feels like I'm on new feet because my other ones were so big for me. So today feels like new feet. I already fell. I tripped. Didn't fall. And I got up quick. So it's all about how you get up. So I got that. Let's see. Yeah, so that's cute. Don't want to talk about injuries, but I haven't really had many boo-boos. I've mostly lent all my Band-Aids out. I think I've had one Band-Aid on my thumb. So I'm going to stop and clean that out though and see what's up with it. I already took 2 ibuprofen because of the throbbing. It's right under my knee. So I was like, oops. But I've done good with ibuprofen as well. Habit's had to take a lot through his back. But everybody calls it vitamin I out here. So, but I have no problem taking a couple if I have a spill like that because the throbbing in the knee is... Now this is a dry section of Vermont. So beautiful. We're heading up there. Came across this ladder.
You'll be fine. It's in there good. Hands.
So here we are walking in Vermont still, and it's raining again. So we got out of camp late because it was pouring, and we're have all our wet gear in tow. And we just went by the lookout shelter. We've been going about 3.5 miles, I guess. Lookout shelter has a ladder that goes to the top, and we should have done that last night when the weather was still good, but Zena was a little behind us. She didn't feel good. She ended up camping a few miles back from us. So we stopped and didn't want to get too far ahead, but now she's ahead. Because she went by our tent this morning. We talked around 9 and we didn't leave camp till 10. So making our way. We're actually, fun fact, in about 7 more miles, we're going to be at the spot, the exact spot that Mitchell's, one of his best buddies, Benny, dropped us off when we went on a 4 or 5 day shakedown hike 2 years ago. So that's going to be cool to see that. On that day, we actually went southbound for 2 miles, or a mile rather, and then we turned around. Packs were heavy. It was just like this. It started pouring on us. It was like 90s, which I'm grateful it's not today. It's actually kind of cool. But rainy, muddy, and we learned a lot on that trip, let me tell you. So that's going to be cool to go through there again. And looks like New Hampshire in just a few days, depending on how this goes. We don't make definite plans because we know better. So we're just going to hike. And if it clears up, that would be wonderful. If it doesn't, we won't be surprised. This is the view of a Scutney. It's overgrown. I knew it was. I saw her in the comments on our map. So that's that. We're still making our way. Just making our way through Vermont. There's that section I told you about coming up, where our first shakedown hike was. I can't remember. I think we came out on the 5th day. And woo. So we're about to see some of the shelters that we stayed in during that time, which is kind of cool. And now look at us. 2 years later, we're out here doing the thing. It's just insane. It's insane how quick this has gone, but how hard it's truly been. It really is the hardest thing I've done in my entire life. I can compare it to having babies, but you don't know what you're getting into when you have a baby. I kind of knew what I was getting into with this, and that's the difference. When you have a baby, you're excited, the baby's growing for 9 months, and see, really the only other thing I can compare this to. And then you start losing sleep, and they talk about the baby stage, and it's the hard stage, but no, that's not the hard stage. Just like getting out here, leaving work, all that felt hard. But that wasn't the hard part because I've been super supported. But it's just getting out here. And when you're in the real thick of things, that's when you really start to feel the hard stuff. Check this out. Whoa. This is the trail. See, it's inevitable. It truly, truly is. Oh, yeah. So on that trip that we came on with Mitch and Zena's boyfriend, this small section from Vermont into New Hampshire, Moosilauke, or Moosilauke, however you say it. I say Moosilauke because I'm from New Hampshire and I've always said Moosilauke. Anyhow, when we came out and did that section, we ended up going to a shelter that was like the invisible shelter. We couldn't find it. We ended up camping in a severe thunderstorm our first night out here. And we decided to go back to that shelter, the invisible shelter, because we heard that there was like haunted stories over there. And we're not surprised because our one experience with that shelter in this area was it was not there until the morning. Okay, so I'm gonna try to find that video of us in our tent, in our Amazon tent, on that backpacking trip. But anyhow, it's the Cloudland Shelter. So we're probably gonna go back there tonight because Zena and Habits are ghost story fanatics, and I feel like they would just love to sleep there tonight. So that's what we're gonna do. Making our way up to Cloudland Shelter. We're at the Cloudland Shelter and we're gonna tell ghost stories.
Hey.
And we're the only ones in here, so we're sleeping inside. Well, outside. See, that's outside, but we're on our mattresses, sleeping inside. We're crossing into New Hampshire tomorrow. Crazy. We have 16 miles to get there. So Vermont's raining on us again, but that's okay because in about 14 miles we're going to be in New Hampshire.
I think that is incredible.
It's just incredible.
So like, wow.
It's just mind-blowing. Vermont has been beautiful, but very wet, and who knows, we may get some of the same in New Hampshire, but how exciting. Like, it blows my mind that we're going to be back in our home state. Crazy. Legs.